लाइव। आई एम होपिंग दोस्तों यू आर ऑल एबल टू हियर मी। एक बार पहले फटाफट चैट में कंफर्म करेंगे कि सब लोग सुन पा रहे हैं, बिकॉज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन फ्रॉम द स्टैंड पॉइंट ऑफ कॉलेज एप्लीकेशंस। काफी सारे लोग कंफ्यूज्ड हैं कि भाई कौन से कॉलेजेस में अप्लाई करना चाहिए, कौन से कॉलेजेस मेरे परसेंटाइल के हिसाब से सही बैठेगा, कौन से कॉलेज के अंदर मेरे अच्छे चांसेस बनते हैं, कौन से कॉलेजेस हैं जो फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे रेंज में बनते हैं। और इवेंचुअली आज का जो सेशन है वो पूरा का पूरा इसी एलिमेंट की तरफ डेडिकेटेड है। कौन से कॉलेज का क्या डेडलाइन है, कब तक हमको अप्लाई करना है, वो सारी चीजें आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन होगा। जितने सारे लोग हैं न्यू टू द चैनल, मेक श्योर दैट यू शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब, and also everybody else, requesting all of you, if in case you believe that the efforts are useful, make sure that you like this and share it with everybody जो कंफ्यूज है। आई रिमेम्बर एवरी सीजन काफी सारे लोग रहते हैं जो कंफ्यूज्ड रहते हैं कि भाई कौन सा फॉर्म भरना है, कौन सा फॉर्म नहीं भरना है, एप्लीकेशंस क्या क्या करने पड़ेंगे। तो वो इन्फॉर्मेशन को सारा का सारा कोलिएट करके कलेक्ट करके हम एक जगह पे लेके आए हैं, ताकि आपको सारी चीजें प्रॉपरली बता सके एंड अच्छे से आपको एक ब्रीफ आइडिया दे दें कि किस तरीके से कौन से कॉलेजेस के फॉर्म हमको भरने हैं। तो वेलकम एवरीबॉडी। आई एम होपिंग कि सब लोग सुन पा रहे हैं। सो लेट अस स्टार्ट द डिस्कशन फॉर टुडे। जो भी आपके क्वेश्चंस होंगे आप चैट के अंदर जरूर उसको प्लेस करते जाइए, सो दैट वी कैन टेक दैट। बट बिफोर दैट लेट मी टेक यू। तो आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं कि सारे के सारे वो कॉलेजेस जिनके लिए आपको एडिशनली अप्लाई करना पड़ता है। तो देखो, कॉलेजेस दो टाइप के होते हैं। एक वो जो ऑटो अप्लाई हो जाते हैं, है ना। कॉलेजेस जो ऑटो अप्लाई हो जाते हैं कि जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने आईएम कैट के थ्रू कैट का फॉर्म भरा, तो कुछ कॉलेजेस ऑटो अप्लाई हो गए और कुछ कॉलेजेस हैं जो मुझे अलग से फिल करना पड़ेगा, राइट। तो उन कॉलेजेस के बारे में हम आज वाले सेशन के अंदर बात करने वाले हैं, जिनको हम खुद से अलग से अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, जो ऑटो अप्लाई नहीं होते हैं। और कौन से कॉलेजेस किस किस रेंज में है परसेंटाइल के हिसाब से, क्या डेडलाइन है, वो सब कुछ आज वाले वीडियो में हम समझेंगे। टू बिगिन विथ, हमने पहले एक सेशन किया था ऑन स्कोर वर्सेस परसेंटाइल। वो सिमिलर स्कोर वर्सेस परसेंटाइल होल्ड कर रहा है। वी हैव हैड मोर देन 15,000 डेटा पॉइंट्स। तो आप वो सेशन भी चेकआउट कर सकते हैं, विच हैज ऑलरेडी बीन शेयर्ड ऑन द लिटमस चैनल। तो डू चेकआउट कि आपका स्कोर वर्सेस परसेंटाइल क्या बन रहा है। उसके बाद ये वाला वीडियो आपको काफी हेल्प करेगा इन टर्म्स ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि आपके परसेंटाइल के हिसाब से कौन से कॉलेजेस हैं जो आपको अप्लाई करना चाहिए। Let me welcome my co-host for all such sessions, Keshav. Keshav, are you able to hear me?
Hello, sir. Glad to be here. I hope I'm audible.
Absolutely audible, Keshav. I am hoping that we are both audible to all of you. तो इस सेशन को बहुत ध्यान से सुनिएगा एंड मेक श्योर दैट यू बुकमार्क। पूरे सीजन के अंदर आपको हेल्प करेगा इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेकिंग श्योर कि मैं सही कॉलेज में अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ। तो चलो खेल को शुरू करते हैं केशव। लेट अस स्टार्ट। हमारा मास्टर शीट शेयर करते हैं। उन सारे कॉलेजेस के बारे में हम आज बात करने वाले हैं जिसमें आपको अप्लाई करना चाहिए इस सीजन के अंदर या नहीं करना चाहिए। वो भी हम अपने व्यूज आपके साथ शेयर करेंगे। सबसे पहले जो कॉलेजेस में आपको अलग से अप्लाई करना है, उसके अंदर जो टीयर वन वाले कॉलेजेस हैं, पहले उनके बारे में बात कर लेते हैं। तो ये आपके बनते हैं अलग से एप्लीकेशंस वाले टीयर वन के कॉलेजेस। ठीक है। तो अगर फॉर एग्जांपल हम लेट्स से देखें, फॉर एग्जांपल टेस्ट अप्रोक्सीमेटली आपका 97 परसेंटाइल रेंज बनता है। आईएफटी अगेन 97 परसेंटाइल रेंज बनता है। एसआईबीएम फ्रॉम द स्नैप स्टैंड पॉइंट आपका 99 परसेंटाइल रेंज बनता है। एससीएमएचआरडी अप्रोक्सीमेटली 98 परसेंटाइल रेंज बनता है। एनएमआईएमएस का जो कोर मुंबई कैंपस लास्ट सीजन 234 का स्कोर बना था। एक्सएलआरआई अगेन आपका 95 परसेंटाइल टेंटेटिव है। फॉर एचआरएम आपका कम हो जाएगा। फॉर गर्ल स्टूडेंट्स अगेन थोड़ा सा ड्रॉप हो जाता है, वो आपका 91 92 वाले रेंज से भी चालू हो जाता है। बट अगर हम जनरल मेल के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें तो आपका टेंटेटिव रेंज 95 के आसपास बनता है। Beyond that, IIT Delhi and IIT Bombay also are very important colleges from the standpoint of application. इनका रेंज भी वही आपका अप्रोक्सीमेटली कैट के अंदर 98 और 99 वाला रेंज बनता है फ्रॉम द स्टैंड पॉइंट ऑफ आपका कट ऑफ। केशव, पहले लेट अस क्विकली समराइज आवर व्यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ दीज कॉलेजेस। लास्ट डेट भी आपके साथ यहाँ पे मेंशन्ड है, बट केशव, व्हाट इज द स्टोरी हियर, व्हाट इज इट दैट यू वुड वांट टू टॉक अबाउट इन दिस केस?
Hello everyone. So I would like to as we are talking about tier one colleges first, I would like to go about one by one, touching each colleges. So first, this Mumbai. So as you know, XLRI Jamshedpur's flagship program is HRM. It's known for its HRM throughout Asia. But the next best HRM, if we consider, is for this Mumbai. So anyone who wants to go into HR, this Mumbai offers a very good program, and seats are less. So that means the quality of crowd there will be much more concentrated. So that's another positive there. Plus, as you can see, fees is like much lower than other MBA colleges. So it's a very good opportunity for you all, and it's accepting CAT score this year. So it is like the cutoff can vary a bit, but we are expecting the cutoff to be 75% or plus. Moving on to IIFT Delhi. So, as you guys would be hearing that IIFT Delhi, Kolkata used to have pooled placement so far, and it might change in the future. But as I'm from IIFT, I can tell you that so far we are still having pooled placements, so you don't have to worry about that right now. And IIFT Delhi is also comes into tier one category. And last year, cutoffs were around 96.5. Like the least call as far as I've heard is 96.5. But this year, as the number of aspirants have increased, cutoffs are bound to go up a bit. So that's why we are considering 97 percentile plus a safe score. And the selection criteria is out on the website, so you can check it out. For SIBM Pune and SCM HRD, they take SNAP, so they don't consider CAT. And after registering for SNAP, you also need to apply to these colleges separately from the same SNAP website itself. So last year, as it's rightly mentioned, 99 plus percentile was for SIBM Pune and SCM HRD had 98 plus percentile. And in SNAP, there is no sectional cutoff. You just get 60 questions. And you around last year, if I'm not wrong, 44 plus was 99 percentile. You have to double check the previous data. So there is no sectional there. If you achieve the cutoff score, you will get a call for SIBM Pune and SCM HRD. So IIM Mumbai. So last year, IIM Mumbai was like was the first time it took admissions as IIM Mumbai and using CAT, and the deadline is 31st January. So it's recommended that after you get your CAT score, CAT final scorecard, you apply after that. Don't apply before because there could be surprises. I hope there are no surprises, but there could be surprises. But you need to note for IIM Mumbai, around it was last year they gave core around 98 percentile, but the sectional cutoffs were really high for general category. It was 95.5 percentile across all the three sections. So you need to keep this into mind. For NMIMS Mumbai, as sir said, I think the applications are closed right now. You had to first register for NMAT, then there is a separate application for NMIMS on their website. And the cutoff has stayed between 232 to 235 across last 3 4 years. So I don't think it will change much. For
करेक्ट. सो
XLR,
234 अगेन इज अ सेफ स्कोर हियर. अगर आप 234 एंड अबव हैं तो फिर आपको घबराने वाली बात नहीं है. इसके अंदर भी मेक श्योर दैट यू हैव द सेक्शनल कट ऑफ्स क्लियर. सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्यूए आई थिंक द कट ऑफ वाज अराउंड 71 range. Keshav, I think for the other two sections it was around 75 or 76 in the last
yeah,
year.
I think it doesn't go more than 76 across all three sections. But of
Correct.
course, this is everything we are saying right now is based on the past data. Though
Correct.
it's very unlikely that it will change, but it might change too. So you need to plan accordingly. And for XLRI, moving on to XLRI Jamshedpur. So XLRI Jamshedpur takes that, and I think that application will open till 10 December, if I'm not wrong. So that application will be closed right now. So if you apply for that, that means you are directly applying for XLRI Jamshedpur too. You don't have to apply for it separately. Last year, cutoff for general male was around 95 percentile, but last year we got a surprise. So historically, the sectional cutoff across all the sections were around 75 to 80 percentile, but last year they shot up to 87 percentile. So we are expecting that it could stay around the same region this year too. So when you're going for that, so generally what we do is we try and achieve section percentile and try to maximize the section we are strong in. But in that this year, you need to maintain good percentile across all three sections too. So just don't
Absolutely.
neglect a particular specific section. You focus on all three sections.
Perfect. So, friends, to add to this, very simply, I can tell you just one thing to add to the pointers that Keshav has also mentioned. If, in case, you've seen your cutoffs, and if even if, for example, let's say, you are clearing these cutoffs, you should start preparing from the standpoint of GDPI also, and also look at the other colleges. So, Keshav, let's sort of now move to the, the set of other colleges also. So if we talk about colleges in tier 1.5 and 2 also, we have the entire list ready for you. Please have a look at the list, and in terms of the list and the red, let's sort of understand कि कौन से colleges हैं. Keshav, let's filter out only the white ones now, which primarily includes the tier 1.5 and tier 2 colleges, जिसके अंदर हम अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. A couple of things that friends that we have sort of listed here is average package, which should give you a sense of the college and how the college is doing. Remember, package itself is not the only thought process in selecting a college, but it certainly gives a good benchmark, correct? So there can be other things like infrastructure, faculties, like alumni network, the legacy of the college. But for now, we have put in just one benchmark, which is average package. Should give you a sense कि कौन सा college कहाँ पे stand कर रहा है, and specifically cutoffs क्या हैं, and So Keshav, let's try and get one by one. I think a few colleges, friends, to note, that are doing absolutely phenomenal, in this entire scheme of things. I would certainly talk about some really important colleges, like there is IMT Ghaziabad. If you go to row number 31, Keshav, so IMT Ghaziabad is obviously one college to sort of go for. Effectively, if you're aiming for a course in marketing or finance, it's a very very good college, and you effectively get it around 90-91 percentile range in through CAT as well as that. So I think a very very good college. Do not miss out, and I think IMT Ghaziabad also opens the admission after again CAT, after again it opens it once again, so that we will notify you. So people who are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, so that when we sort of talk about these deadlines and these colleges opening their form submission again, so that you can stay notified about it. So that is obviously one college which I'll talk about. Beyond that, another interesting college that you should all look out for is Bitsom. Bitsom is again around 90 to 93 percentile range, which is a very good college to apply. And it also happens in phases, right? So it opens, closes, and it goes on. I think last time it went on till February. Keshav, if you remember the date, if you can mention the date for the last.
Last time, so for phase one ended in December, phase two ended in late January, and phase three was open, if I'm not wrong, till 15th of March. And another thing I would like to point out for Bitsom is they just don't see your score. They see your overall profile. You need to write 2 to 3 essays, and they give a lot of emphasis on essay. So let's say you have even gotten 93 and 94 percentile, and you don't want to take a drop this year. You can give it a try and write a very good essay in that regard. So the
Yeah,
answer, so same like SPJIMR, the same, the essays you write there can get you a call for Bitsum. And after you get, so as it is a private college, they don't reveal their selection criteria at all. So it's up to you to convert the call. So once you get the call, it's only up to the interview, and there is no GD or no extempore. It's directly interview for Bitsum. And last year interviews happened online. So if you get the interview call, you're on equal footing out of converting the call with everyone.
absolutely. Absolutely. Beyond that, some of the other interesting colleges that you should also aim for, IMI Delhi is again a very good bet, that I would recommend that you can take. It's a very good budding, college doing very, very well in the past few years. So that you can certainly look at. The last date is approaching, and if in case you are, around that 90 percentile range, you should certainly apply for this college. Beyond that, you also have a couple of other colleges like GIM is there, which you should certainly apply if you are in that cutoff range of 90 percentile. You have, again, you have Great Lakes also. Last season, quite a few students from Litmus also went to Great Lakes and have done very, very well. On to, recruiters like Deloitte, etc. So good recruiters are visiting the campus, and you can certainly look forward to building your career from there as well. So again, if I be a little specific, it would be around 87, 88 range, and a little above that. Similarly, TAPMI also is in that similar range. So TAPMI also is a good college that you can aim for. If you are in that 85 plus range, which is 87, 88, 89, 90 range. Apart from that, there are a few other colleges. Keshav, if you would want to talk about a few more from the list.
So one thing I would like to now mention IITs. So we can also consider IIT Bombay and IIT Delhi in tier one colleges. They are doing really well. And especially for IIT Bombay, last year, they needed at least a 4-year degree. For in their eligibility criteria, you needed at least 4-year degree to apply. But now they have changed the criteria. Even people with a 3-year degree can now apply. So this will make things a bit more difficult and interesting, because now the number of applications will go up, and thereby the percentile is bound to go up. So accordingly, you need to check and apply IIT Delhi. So IIT for IIT Delhi, you need to check the selection criteria. So there is a difference in IIT Delhi selection criteria. They give special marks if you are from an institute that is an institute for national importance, if you have done engineering, and if you have a lot of diversity. They give special criteria, special marks to that. So accordingly, even if you have getting 99 percentile, you might not get a call. So you need to check the selection criteria and accordingly apply. And just don't see the percentile for IIT Delhi. And now for the third IIT, I would like to mention is IIT Madras. So IIT Madras has been going up the ranking. It has been doing well. So you can also come if you don't want to take another year and give CAT again. You can also consider IIT Madras in the list. But of course, whatever we are mentioning right now, you should do your own research first, because what we are giving you here is a broad idea and our opinion of what we think colleges currently doing are. So you need to do your research and take a call yourself.
Absolutely. So I think important point mentioned by Keshav. So guys, whatever input that we are giving is effectively a view that we have sort of developed over the years, and the way we have seen some of our people perform in these colleges. Correct. So also do a due diligence on your part and understand a little bit more, but tentatively to give you a brief idea of what all colleges that you should look out for. Beyond that, if you actually look in this list, there is SIBM Bangalore also. There is LBSIM, which is also doing decent. A lot of people targeting 4 also, which is again a decent college to target if you are in that 85-86 percentile range. तो आपका 85 से 90 वाले रेंज के अंदर तुम्हारा ये 4 is also a good college. IRMA is also around 84-85 percentile range. You have IRMA also. So people interested in rural management, उन सब लोगों के लिए it's a very very good college that you can aim for. Remember, when you get into a college, it also is dependent upon you कि आप कितना अच्छा करोगे अपने फ्यूचर में. डू नॉट थिंक कि कॉलेज ही सब कुछ करने वाला है, तो वहां जाके आपको भी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. रिमेंबर द लिस्ट ऑफ कॉलेजेस दैट वी आर शेयरिंग हियर आर ऑल डिसेंट कॉलेजेस. ठीक है, सारे के सारे कॉलेजेस ऐसे हैं जो कि अपने अपने फील्ड में अच्छा कर रहे हैं. ऑब्वियसली जो आपके बिल्कुल ही टॉप टीयर कॉलेजेस हैं, ब्लैकी कॉलेजेस हैं, वहाँ पे परसेंटेज प्लेसमेंट भी बढ़िया है, वहाँ पे एवरेज आपका प्लेसमेंट भी अच्छा है. लेकिन बाकी colleges are also doing their part, growing slowly and steadily, and also are able to place their the cream of the batch or the top layer of the batch very very successfully. So if I talk about a few other colleges, again SIIB is a decent college. SIOM Nashik, from an operations standpoint, is a very good college. You can also take care of or the check the last date to apply for people who would also sort of want this sheet. They can sort of comment in the chat below for this litmus Bschool guide. We will share the guide with all of them so they can have a look at the last date to apply also. And remember, we are going to consecutively do these analysis sessions as well, so that we can keep you absolutely updated in terms of how are we moving in terms of each of these colleges. Beyond that, I'd say NMIMS, you can have a look at the colleges that are there, and you can also sort of prioritize in the manner of the cut off. तो बेसिकली जिसका कट ऑफ अच्छा है वो अच्छा प्रोग्राम है, आप उसको इस तरीके से देख सकते हो. सो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आपका HR प्रोग्राम हो गया, उसके अलावा आपका NMIMS का जो फॉर एग्जांपल BA प्रोग्राम हो गया वो आ जाता है. सो यू कैन लुक एट दीज प्रोग्राम्स ऑल्सो. Beyond that, another interesting program for people looking from a marketing standpoint, MICA Ahmedabad is also a very very good college to aim for. So MICA Ahmedabad is a good college that you can sort of aim from the standpoint of marketing. If you are looking at marketing, it's a very very good college. NIBM is also gaining prominence. It's also in that 88 percentile range. that you can sort of have a look at. Okay, friends, again, these are, the cutoffs that we are presenting to you are the average idea, it's the general idea, correct, in terms of the cutoffs. Okay, for all the people who are, sort of sharing their personal profiles, we are, sharing our, sort of helpline in the chat. Please share personal profiles on that so that we can evaluate it and we can give you more targeted, sort of output in terms of what all colleges. But broadly, अगर आपका ये कट ऑफ रेंज है तो आपको इन कॉलेजेस में अप्लाई करना चाहिए. ठीक है, सो हैव अ लुक एट दीज कॉलेजेस, make sure that you apply into these colleges, and also we will share the sheet also in our internal groups as well. So do make sure that you utilize these, and come back to us for any difficulties or doubts, so that you can have an absolutely clear picture in terms of what colleges to apply. Azharuddin, cutoff for IITs, again, we have already shared, for general candidates. If I talk about IIT Delhi, it is approximately that 98 percentile range. IIT Bombay will be again a 99 percentile range. Correct. So that is something which we have to bear in mind. And similarly, then it keeps dropping for the other colleges like Kharagpur and Madras and so on and so forth. Correct. We have done a specific video on IIT also. Uh, we will share the link also for that in this description. Please feel free to check that video out as well. वो भी आपको बहुत सारा हेल्प करेगा. सो आई एम होपिंग कि दोस्तों ये वाला सबको क्लियरली समझ में आया होगा. ठीक है, प्लीज ड्रॉप अस इंडिविजुअल क्वेरीज कि भाई ये मेरा प्रोफाइल है, ये मेरा स्कोर है, ये मेरा परसेंटाइल बन सकता है, कौन से कॉलेजेस अप्लाई करने चाहिए. अगर स्पेसिफिक आपका प्रोफाइल रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है, स्पेशली इन टर्म्स ऑफ लेट्स से other categories, or if you have certain academic advantages or diversity advantages, we can take that specifically as well. Correct. So we have shared the contact also with all of you. Please feel free to drop us a text there. Keshav, anything else to add to the list here?
So, like we have already discussed the college about the colleges, but one thing you should notice, you should also see. So, there could be a scenario that you desired this XYZ college, but due to some circumstances, you might not get a call from there. So it becomes a dilemma, which happened to me too. That what should I do? Whether should I take a college that I did not desire, or whether should I take a drop year? So that should be a very like you should think about it, whether you should take a drop. So taking a drop year is like a two double-edged sword. You can get a very good college next year, good perform well in CAT, but there are a lot of variables too. And in the drop year, so I would like to say from my personal experience, drop years are not easy. It's very difficult to be study at the same pace that you did during your first year. So take a call accordingly. Take a call with your family's help and decide whether you should drop year or not, or settle for a college that you did not desire initially. So keep that in
Absolutely.
mind. And also I would like to mention again, do your own research. And if you are still confused, you can reach to current students through LinkedIn. Like the students are there to help you. The current students in different colleges will guide you, will also give their opinion. So it will be helpful to you too. So you can also reach out to them via LinkedIn.
Absolutely. And if in case you're not able to connect with, people, you can connect back with us, and we can sort of help you out with anybody that you would want to connect in the entire fraternity. Beyond that, friends, the last couple of pointers for all of you is, if you are getting, if you are in the range of any of these colleges, obviously make sure that you apply it, especially for people who are repeating, people who are in the, in the second year preparing, and given the CAT for the second year. My suggestion is, do not waste another year, because honestly we have to, हमें काम भी करना है ना आगे जाके. हम हर साल प्रिपेयर तो नहीं करते रह सकते हैं. तो अगर आपके ये कॉलेजेस आपके बन रहे हैं, टेक अ कॉल, अप्लाई इनटू दीज कॉलेजेस, स्टार्ट विद द GDPI process so that the team can help you in filling the forms also. ठीक है, so postcat prep is a team of 30 mentors from all the key B schools, and we are helping students prepare for postcat prep for GDPI in a personalized manner. So what you can do is you can start sort of filling these forms, एंड ऑब्वियसली जो बाकी के एग्जाम्स हैं, स्नैप है, जैट है, उससे और अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी क्रिएट होंगी, बट जो आपका प्रिपरेशन है दैट शुड स्टार्ट सो दैट if you get some good calls you are able to convert it. Most people they start very late, and even if they have a limited number of calls, they end up not converting them. So starting late is a very I'd not say a very good strategy. Start absolutely early, especially if you are in the last season. अगर माइंडसेट तेरा बन गया है कि मुझे इस सीजन निकलना है, get started with the GDPI preparation. You can drop us a text and understand more about the GDPI program as well. But do make sure that you start early, give yourself time. Elements like current affairs takes a lot of time. Elements like preparing your answers, drafting your answers, sitting down with mentors, verifying it, and then moving into the sections like graduation subjects also, domain sessions like finance, marketing, operations. All of that is going to take some time. And also, if you're, let's say, generally we target approximately 10 mock PIs. So last season we had done an average of 9.7 mock PIs, which effectively means that people who started early were able to take more number of mock PIs, even more than 10 mock PIs in the last season. And I truly believe that anywhere between 8 to 10 mock PIs is a good number to take. So that is something which is possible if you start early, because obviously you will do some preparation before you start getting to the mock PIs. And even if you take 2 days between every mock PI, you are effectively, you will take 30 days to take those 10 mock PIs. So effectively, if let's say take 15 days for preparation and 30 days for mock PIs, that itself, sort of makes it 45 days. And you will have bulk of your interviews in February. Keshav, last season also most interviews in February.
Yeah, so most of the interviews were in February. SPJ and profile-based interviews started in late January, but
Correct.
some interviews also started from January itself. But most of the tier 1 and upper tier 2 colleges at tier 1.5 are February onwards. And as sir said about GDPI, so no amount of your effort, no amount of your preparation goes in vain. So let's say you start GDPI now and you want to take a drop, then that preparation you did right now is not going to go in vain. It will be useful for you the next year. Same was the case with me. And not only that, GDPI is really important because now let's say you're doing GDPI, you did a lot of preparation, you got into a college you want. That GDPI preparation will also be helpful during your summer placements, which will happen immediately after you join colleges. So from the first hand experience, I'm telling you, especially in GDPI, the preparation never goes in vain, whether you take a drop year or not. So you can start your preparation right now, and believe me, you'll thank me later that it would help you not now, but sooner or later that preparation will really help you.
Absolutely. So, guys, what we will do is we will send out these, the sheet into your groups also. Please find it handy. We will keep updating the sheet also, and we will keep coming back and helping you in terms of the last date of applications and whatever queries you would have regarding the preparation. To all the people, friends who have been sharing the individual profiles, we'd request please go through the score versus percentile video that we have already shared. If there are any, if there is any clarity that you require in terms of, specific calls, what all calls that I can get, etc., etc., you can connect with us. We have shared the contact, also the helpline that the Litmus and Postcat Prep team operates at. Please connect with us, and we will sort of help you out in terms of individual queries also. That's it for today, friends. I'm hoping that this was helpful. Do make sure that you start applying into these colleges. Take a call and do apply. Make sure that you are applying into sufficient number of colleges so that we can prepare well for GDPI and then apply it. Okay. I think we had added a couple more colleges, MDI Gurgaon also and FMS also. Those are also colleges that you apply separately, but those are already done. And SPJIMR also has been done already. So that is something which we have done in the past as well. Those are also separate applications that you have to do. More or less, this is the comprehensive list, friends. Okay, download this list. Keep this list handy with you. Keep tracking these colleges, and let's start preparing. In terms of these colleges. Sahil, you would mostly you can expect a reply between today or very early tomorrow. From our side. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Make sure that you like this. Share it with everybody who is confused कि कौन से colleges भरने हैं. ये एग्जॉस्टिव लिस्ट आपके साथ शेयर कर दी है। इन कॉलेजेस के साथ आप जा सकते हैं, अच्छे कॉलेजेस हैं। एट द सेम टाइम थोड़ा सा अपने एंड पे भी रिसर्च करिए एंड इन कॉलेजेस में अप्लाई करके अपनी तैयारी शुरू करिए। विश यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट। थैंक यू केशव फॉर अ वंडरफुल सेशन विद अस एंड लेट्स कॉल इट अ डे।
Thank you for having me here, sir. Always happy to be part of this.
God bless, guys. Take care. Thank you so much for joining in. Do make sure that you like this session and take care. We'll keep coming back. You keep motivating us to put in our best. So thank you so much for being there and for all the love and support always. God bless. Bye bye.